Hi friends, today I'll show you how to start Reactjs. Today I'm starting the tutorial for the Reactjs. Okay, so before I'm starting, I just want to give you some introduction about the React. Please be online. So let me just show you what is React. React is an open source content JavaScript library that is used for building up composable user interface. Okay, so this is actually using for especially for single page applications. So the React.js actually is a very important content UI, very important for the content UI developer. So as a content UI developer, if you want to start your career on the React.js, then please watch my video. Please watch my video. And I just want to tell you one very important part that mm, React.js is actually very demanding technology right now. So if you know about the JavaScript, if you have knowledge about the JavaScript, then React.js is very easy to understand. Okay, so and the features of React.js, I just want to share the features of React.js. Actually, React.js is actually following the JSX because the browser only can understand the JS. So, with the help of React.js, we because React.js has the main feature of JSX. So JSX is the syntax extensions of JS, and that is actually helping the developer to use XML in their JS code. So I know you are currently watching my browser, so just I want to open up the React.js. So this is the official site of React. Let me just show you. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm extremely sorry. This is the official site of React. So you can just come and click on the Learn React, and now you can see for the quick start. Welcome to the React documentation. This page will give you an introductions to the 80% of React concepts that you will use on a daily basis. Okay, now you will learn how to create and nest components, how to add markup and styles, how to display data, how to render conditions and lists, how to respond to events and updates the screen, how to share data between components. Okay, creating and nesting components. Let's try to understand what is the component. React apps are made out of components. A component is a piece of the UI user interface that has its own logic and appearance. A component can be as small as a button or as large as an interpage. React components are JavaScript functions that returns markup. So what is markup? Markup is this. You can see the markup. Okay, it's actually returning the elements, okay, the HTML elements, so you can understand what is the meaning of markup. And now I just want to give you some other ideas of React. So in React.js, we are following the virtual DOM instead of real DOM. And what is the real DOM and what is virtual DOM? I just want to tell you that virtual DOM is the copy of real DOM. Whenever we update something into the React components, that's all. The components is just a node of the DOM. So whenever we update some thing into the component get updated and create the instance of the virtual DOM. And comparing with the help of diffing algorithm, and comparing the previous virtual DOM with the diffing algorithm and reconcile it and update it into the real DOM. Okay, this is the process. This process are following into the React.js. Okay, so the thing is that these concepts are actually very useful. And with this concept, the UI user interface are actually working very faster. very fast and very quick. So single page applications, I hope all of you, whoever are actually here for learning the React.js, you have some ideas about the AngularJS. If you don't have the idea about the AngularJS, then AngularJS or Angular, the latest version of Angular. So you just need to understand that what is Angular is actually working on the real DOM. Okay, whoever want to know about the Angular, I will give you the details in other videos. So currently I'm working on the React.js. Currently I'm making the video on the React.js. So just I want to give you some little ideas about the Angular are actually working on the real DOM. Okay, so whenever we create the components are actually made by uh, four files. Okay, the file is the HTML and CSS and TS and spec.ts. These four files combinedly create the component for the Angular project. Okay, so but in React component we are following two important features in React component. One is class component and the one is functional component. Okay, and let me just give you the introduction of class component. Class component is a component that is following the ECMAScript classes, while functional component is just a JavaScript normal functions. That could be a anonymous functions, that could be a named functions. Okay, so that could be arrow functions. Okay, so if you know about the JavaScript, if you know about the ECMAScript, so you don't have any, you don't have to face any struggle for learning the React.js. Okay, this one is very easy to understand. If you know about the JavaScript, then this one is very useful for you to develop any front end UI in user interface. Okay, so now let me just check the other part of this React. Okay, so now you can see the my app. Okay, this one is actually functions. Okay, and this one we are export default, using export default function my app. And now you can check the syntax. The syntax is very similar like functions we have made into the JavaScript. Let me just show you the just open up the online JavaScript compiler. Online JavaScript compiler. So now I just want to show you some JavaScript concept, function concept, okay, that can help you to understand the functions in React also. Just follow the syntax properly so you can understand the functions here. Now you can see the function my app and the syntax. First bracket is open close, this is the parenthesis, first bracket open close, and then second bracket start and closed. In the function body, that functions returning some markup. Okay, so we don't need to focus on that return body, just focus on the functions my app, the syntax, opening second bracket and closing second bracket, the body of the body bracket, we can call it body bracket. Okay, so let me just const function name. I just want to give the function name like returning data, so data. And then I just want to open up the functions. This one is arrow functions. If you don't know about the arrow functions, then please follow the arrow functions into the JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript tutorial. So if you don't know much about the JavaScript, then follow W3 Schools. W3 Schools is also very popular site for tutorial site for learning main languages. So you can learn the JavaScript from that site also. And the Java T Point is also the good site. You can see in my browser I have already bookmarked the tutorials Java T Point. Okay, and also W3 Schools, and there are so many things you can do. And now I just want to show you, I am returning some data ABC from the functions data, okay, and console.log. I'm so console log is actually printing the output of the function. Will be printing the output of the function, okay. So this one is the output screen. Now I just want to get the value from the data. And this data is, because this data is function, so data I have to mention it data with first bracket open close into the console log. Now I'm actually running the program. Now you can see the ABC is printed, okay. How easy it is, how easy it is. We are returning something from the function data, and now the similar thing is actually showing here. Yeah, you can get little bit confused about the what is const data and how is it working. So I just want to do make the similar functions with another way, okay. Function data 1, because I have already declared the data, so data function, so I just need to declare another is the function with another name, okay. Now just watch it, the similar ABC. I just want to print the ABC, and now I just want to call it into the console log data1 to get the return value of the function, of that function, okay. So I'm running the program. Now we can again see ABC is returning, okay. If you are getting confused with these functions, then could just comment it out and again run it. You can get the same value what you have got in previous uh, program, okay. So that's it, guys, and this is the process you can follow. This is the JavaScript, simple JavaScript functions you can follow, okay. Now I just want to show you some other things of the React program structure. You can see the functions my button is actually returning some markup language, there's some markup, and exporting, and this my button we are using into the mm, mm, main functions like functions my app, okay. So this one is nothing, just we are actually this is just a hierarchy of the functions. We are actually using these functions into the another functions. So similarly, I just want to show you how can we do this part. Just follow, watch my video. This is the data functions we can see, and this is the data one we also can see. So I am just returning data, and now I'm running the program. You can again see that this is actually returning the ABC, which is returning from the data functions. We called data one. Data, after calling the data one, that's execute the data functions, returning the data functions, and in data functions we are getting the value ABC. How easy it is, right? The similar logic is following into this app.js, okay. The functions my button returning some markup using this my button into the another functions, okay. And this is actually called the component, okay. Now let's check another content. Now think about this function about page. In h1 tag we can see the about text is actually written, and in p tag we are also some text are actually written, okay. So this about page are actually returning some markup, okay. This is the multiple element you can see, and I want to show you something. I want to show you something that in writing markup with JSX, check it out. The markup syntax you have seen above is called JSX, means JavaScript XML. The full form of JSX is JavaScript XML. Okay, it is optional, but most React projects use JSX for its convenience. All of the tools we recommended for local development support JSX out of the box. Okay, JSX is stricter than HTML. You have to close tags like bracket. Mean what is actually meaning that in JSX we have, if we are using opening tag, we have to close that tag. Okay, without closing that tag this would generate the errors. So that's why this is actually mentioning stricter word in JSX. Okay, so JSX is stricter than HTML. In HTML we can see there are so many times we have forget to close the tag, but in JSX we cannot do that. This one is very stricter. We have to close the tag. If we open the tag, then we have to close the tag. Now if you don't know how to close the tag, then follow this one. If you want to close the tag, you can close the tag with this way. Otherwise we know the normal form, that div, and this one is opening tag, this one is closing tag. We can, or even we can use the empty tag also. Okay, wrapper, this is called wrapper. We can wrap it up. Okay, so today we just completed the introduction part of the React and the form of JS we are using into the React. So in next video we will talk about the installation process of the React. How can we use the React? How can we develop the project in React? This all we will follow. Will show. I will show you into the next video content. Okay, thanks a lot. Please follow my channel. Please subscribe my channel to learn more thing about the React.js. And if you are actually uh, mm, building up your career into the React, into the front-end development, then follow my video. You can easily learn the React. So thanks a lot. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Bye bye.